This time we're going to be talking about Maker's Mark. Now, I don't have regular Maker's Mark or 46, but we can talk about, Maker's Mark and 46. Whenever you go to a liquor store and you see this red wax from far away, it's Maker's Mark. And hands down, 100% it's Maker's Mark. I like Maker's Mark, but it has to be, for me, it has to be Cask Strength or, sorry, just reloading music. It has to be Cask Strength or what we have today, Cellar Aged. It's fairly accessible. Yeah, Maker's Mark is a fairly accessible bourbon. But I can't do regular, I can't do 46. And if you've ever seen Maker's Mark 46 is a step up, and what it is, when you see Maker's Mark 46, the number 46 comes from the times it took Bill Samuels Jr. to get that particular batch. I wouldn't say batch, but recipe right where he wanted it. So they for that stave they put 46. And they call it Stave Profile 46. That's the full name of Maker's Mark 46, French oaked. Of course, they use, like I said, they use French oak barrels, and it took them 46 tries to get it right. Now, 46 is 94 proof. Again, kind of soft in terms of my proof range, but I'm not a proof hound. I can take 90 proof stuff and it can be good, but 46 in regular Maker's Mark just doesn't do it for me. Which is why I go a step up. So we're going to start with the Maker's Mark I usually drink. And this, if you can see it, it will focus, is Maker's Mark Cask Strength. Now at the bottom you'll see the batch number, 2302. Which represents 2023. And this is the second batch to come out in 2023. 109.6 proof and 54.8 alcohol by volume. Again, Maker's Mark is part of the Beam Suntory brands. So, Jim Beam and Suntory for, Suntory whiskey or Suntory drink products. Just how, Buffalo Trace is part of the Buffalo Trace brand, yada, yada, yada. So this is my go-to Maker's Mark, Cask Strength. It's in my proof wheelhouse of about, I'd say my proof wheelhouse, where it's perfect for me, is about 115. And that's like your Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style. I'm trying to think what else. Offhand, I can't think of the 115s. But Old Forester, yes. Yellowstone's another good one. We'll talk about Yellowstone another day. I need to go get some Yellowstone. A couple of bourbons out there that are around 115, around my wheelhouse. What I'd say. So we're going to start with the Maker's Mark Cask Strengths to kind of, give, a little bit of story from the bottle. It's Maker's Mark, but a little over the top. The first taste says it all. Our Cask Strength bourbon is the boldest expression of Maker's Mark to date. Bottled at barrel proof, it's remarkably full flavored, yet still smooth and refined thanks to the soft red winter wheat we have used since the beginning. At any distillery, a Cask Strength whiskey straight from the barrel is the truest reflection of who you are and what you do. Here at Maker's Mark, this is who we are. We're pretty darn happy about it. Rob Samuels. Distilled, aged, and bottled, Maker's Mark Distillery, Loretto, Kentucky, US of A. So, again, I opened this the other day when I was being bougie and watching Boston Legal. If you didn't see the Boston Legal video on Twitter, go check it out. That's where I was being bougie. So we're going to pour ourselves a little bit. Slowly healthy pour. All right. So, Maker's Mark Cask Strengths. Trying to get it around the glass. And right out the gate, when on the nose, you're just smelling the cask. You're smelling the oak. Like, it's very oak forward on the nose. I get a hint of vanilla, maybe some maple, some caramel. Oh no, good nose, really good nose. All right, cheers. And again, this is one that kind of pops out at you when you first get that first bit of the taste. It kind of pops out at you, and it's got a little bit of heat in the middle, but what you get first is you get the caramel and vanilla, a little bit of baking spice as well. But then in the middle, you get the warmth, you get the heat, and it kind of lingers. It lingers for a while. It's a really good finish. It's a really good finish, and the sweetness kind of stays with you too, I'd say. So this is one that's kind of got like I'd say a sweeter profile than most for being a Cask Strength. That is good. It's my go-to Maker's Mark. Again, it's got a bolder profile than 46 and regular Maker's Mark. So it's right up my alley. Now, as far as like accessibility in terms of drinking, this would probably be a step up. This would definitely be a step up from your beginner level bourbon, which usually is around like 90 proof. I think they proof this between I want to say about 107, 108 to about 115. So it's a little bit of a step up in terms of intensity, I guess you could say, from your beginner level bourbons, but still accessible. This would be your next step up from normal Maker's Mark, of course, but like the ones I listed when we did beginner level bourbons, like your Elijah Craig, your, your standard Four Roses. Yeah, this would definitely be a step up if you wanted to, get something a little bit more intense and robust. As far as like accessibility, like, can it be found? Yes. You can find Maker's Mark Cask Strength everywhere. Even outside of Kentucky, Tennessee, this was pretty easy to find. Like, every ABC store I go to in my area has it. So, price wise, $44.95. So yeah, for Cask Strength, good value, really good value, really, really good taste, really good smell, mouthfeel. Yeah, mouthfeel. Forgot about mouthfeel. Really smooth. Not as viscous as, something deeper. I would say slightly oily, like kind of a slightly oily feel. It coats the tongue really well, that you can get like every bit of the expression, in terms of the taste, in terms of that sweetness. This is the standard Maker's Mark I get. This is my Maker's Mark standard. Not getting 46. I'm not getting normal Maker's Mark. This is the standard. But there are times when, you get lucky in a ABC store lottery, and you might not get the one you kind of had up top, like your Pappy 23 or your Old Forester birthday bourbon, which I was really hoping for birthday bourbon. This was number 7 on the list. Again, anything top 10 in that list was going to be good. This was number 7. So you get lucky and they draw your name. I want to say, what did they say? For the ABC store picks, it was like, 300 out of 100 and something thousand people were picked, and my name got picked. So yeah, that's 2 lotteries I've been really lucky on this year. So, what did I win? What did I win from the Wake County ABC store lottery? I got Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. And this is the 2023 release of Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. Now, let's talk about Cellar Aged, because let's talk about accessibility. This is not an accessible bottle. I had to in a lottery fight 100 and something thousand people just to get this bottle. But they picked my name and I got it. Is it available normally? Hell no. Like when I did the allocated bourbon draft, I was doing the draft for the lottery. That's how we had to enter the lottery. We had to pick everything out of priority. And this was number 7 in my priority list. Again, anything top 10 was good. And so they took what bottles they had left and they went from priority from the lottery system, and they said, hey Sly, you won You want to know what you won? Drum roll, please. And it did say this in the email. Drum roll, please. You won Maker's Mark. You won Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. Like, great. And so they gave me a specific ABC store to go to in Wake County, which was Rollsville, which was about, I want to say like a 15-ish minute drive from my house. Not bad. So they said it was going to be available. They said it was actually going to be available March 18th. So like a few days before I leave for New Orleans. I called them like a couple of days ago. I called them, was it Thursday? Thursday, actually. No, I'm sorry, Wednesday, my day off. Because I was organizing stuff for my trip to New Orleans. And like, hello, hi, I won the Wake County ABC Store lottery, and my prize is going to be arriving at your ABC store. And I was wondering if there was some way y'all got it early. Oh yeah, we got it today. Like, wait, what? Today? Great. I'll be there in less than an hour. And in less than an hour, I was there, and they made me give my ID just to clarify that I was a winner. They had to go down a list. I was like, yep, that's you. Congratulations. So if you don't know what a bourbon lottery is, or allocated lottery, what it is for a chance to buy something like this at MSRP. So at MSRP, at recommended pricing, this was $149. So $150 and some change. Which again, if you're gonna go like splurge a little at MSRP, great, do it. Let's check the secondary market to see how much of a bullet I dodged. Same bottle, again, same bottle, 2023 release. Paid $150 for this bottle. So I'm not selling it on secondary or anything. Like, I like my fucking bourbon. I'm going, like, it's part of my selection, not my collection. But yeah, you can see secondary what people are putting this at. Well, let's talk about Cellar Aged. Cellar Aged is a blend, and this is going to be kind of hard to see, but I'll try. I'll do my damnedest. So it's a special blend of aged barrels, 13% whiskey aged, 11 years, 87% whiskey aged, 12 years. And on the site, which I do have pulled up, aging our whiskey for over 10 years wasn't something we ever did. Not because we didn't believe in it, because we hadn't found our way of doing it. Maker's Mark Cellar Aged defines an older whiskey that's distinctly Maker's. By embracing both the unique impact that our warehouse and cellular maturation have on flavor, we've created an older expression that's richer and more complex while staying true to the founder's taste, vision of bourbon without the bite. But boy, this Maker's Mark, this might be my favorite Maker's Mark. This might be my new standard above Cask Strength. Like, if I had to find this, and I could find this at MSRP, I would get this every time. And that's saying something. We haven't even discussed taste or aroma or anything yet. Again, like, this bottle, normally, the bottle has like a bit of fluff, a bit of story and whatnot. Nope. This is what you see, Maker's Mark Cellar Aged 2023 release, the sides. Oh yes, on the other side, 57.85 alcohol per volume, 115.7 proof on the other side. And on the back, no fluff. You get no fluff, you get a government warning. That is all you're getting. You don't get any story, you don't get any fluff. You get what it is, your proof, alcohol by volume, that's it. That's all I need. That's all I need. And the color, it's got this rich amber color, which is just gorgeous. Gorgeous for a bourbon. All right. So let's get the aroma. Woo! That is oak forward. That, oh my God. Oh my God. That is the barrel. That is the barrel. Whew. Very, very oak forward. Like, of course, after the barrel, I do get like some light caramel, and I do get the stone fruit. So she was right about that. But goddamn, if it's barrel, like if it is oak forward, this on your nose when you smell it. If you have, okay. You're going to think it's astringent, would probably be the worst word I could think of, but it's the only one I could think of, because when you get it on your nose for the first time, like you are just smelling the barrel. It's like if you just went inside like a roasted barrel and just sniffed it. That is the first thing that is hitting your nose. Not a bad thing, but goddamn, I was not expecting it. Like, I wasn't expecting it. And then after that, you get the caramel, a little bit of vanilla, and then the stone fruit. But it's very subtle behind all that oak. All right, and now, of course, the taste. Cheers. Again, there's a reason I said this might be my new favorite. This might be my new standard. You're still, from the gate, you're still getting oak. And I like to go to Sarah from It's Bourbon Night. Sarah refers to something called an oak tolerance. Now, her oak tolerance has changed throughout the years, but like some people have a high oak tolerance. Hi, how you doing? Some people have a very low oak tolerance. Like if you smell that and then taste it, you probably wouldn't like it if you had a very low oak tolerance. And then some people are like middle of the road. But you get that front and center. Front and center is like really, really oaky in a good way. And it takes a really good distiller to bring out like an expression like this. That's kind of oak forward, but still sweet. Still has kind of a sweetness that you would get that you were getting in Cask Strength. So behind the oak, you know, you get the vanilla. The vanilla's there. You get the stone fruit, and then on the back, it's like a really like nuanced, long nuanced finish. Like it's still sitting there actually. On the back of it, you kind of get the caramels there with a bit of baking spice, which is, I wouldn't say weird, but you know, usually like most bourbons, you kind of get that baking spice in the middle or at the beginning. This one kind of ends like that, and it's still there. Like it's still on my tongue. It's still there. You get a little bit like Cask Strength. You get a little bit of heat in the middle. There's not really a hug there. If there was a hug, it's like a Lalafell hug. It's a soft hug. It's like if Magliel tried to hug you. Like, don't hug me, Magliel. It's like if it was it's like a little person hug, a little person Kentucky hug. Like she's trying to hug me, but like yeah, not a lot of heat there at the end. Like little to no hug. But you know me, I love my Tennessee Kentucky hugs. Like I like them big. I like them big hugs. I like big hugs. Not a lot of hug here. So she was right in saying they're right in saying like hard, like without the bite. But I wouldn't say that 100% because you're getting a bite in the middle, a little bit of bite in the middle, a little bit of heat in the middle. Otherwise, it is smooth, very smooth. And in terms of the mouthfeel, it's velvety. It's really velvety. And then going back for a second sip, the more I sip it, the less of the bite is there. Like there's hardly any bite there. Again, this might be the best Maker's Mark I've had. I'm not even, again, I can't be disappointed because this was number 7 on my list of like, what, 30 something bourbons, 30 to 40 something bourbons. Number 7, top 10 in the NCAA. And you're tasting like this. Whew. If I get a chance to meet Rob Samuels in New Orleans, I'm giving him a hug. Like not a little person hug. He getting big boy hug. He's getting a big boy hug. I will go on record and saying this, Rob Samuels, if I see you in New Orleans at Bourbon Fest, I'm giving you the biggest hug. Cause goddamn son. Any questions? Because goddamn, this is too good. $150 MSRP for this. It's kind of sad that I hate this over. I like this. I'm not saying that I hate Old Forester because I love Old Forester, but I like this better than Old Forester. I like this better than my Ofo. And Ofo does no wrong. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, now I really need to get birthday bourbon. Because if I was gonna have like a bourbon off, it would be birthday bourbon versus that. I need birthday bourbon. If I get my bourbon clout up, Hey, Old Forester, how you doing? Hi, my name is Sly. I love your bourbon. We gotta have a bourbon fight though, cause damn. Oh man, like if I was gonna have like a bourbon, like Chad and Sarah do a flight fight, I would do this versus birthday bourbon, because like at MSRP they're roughly the same, give or take $20 or $10. But right now that is good. If you have that family member, that uncle, that father, brother, mother, grandmother that likes whiskey, likes bourbon, and you're looking for a gift, that is going to wow. If you can find this at MSRP, again, suggested retail $150. If you go a little bit over, fine, like $170, $180, fine. $200, okay. Maybe you're paying a little bit of premium. Anything beyond that, you're crazy. But if you can find this at MSRP, this is a great gift. This is a great gift. It's a great bourbon. Like, and again, at value, Cask Strength is good. At value, like at its price for $45, Cask Strength is amazing. Get it. If you like bourbon and you want to go a step up from beginner, get Cask Strength. But if you really want to get fancy, you really want to get bougie. You want to set up the, chocolate covered strawberries and chocolate covered pineapples, and turn on your favorite show and just really get bougie, and like what I did. Of course, the next discussion will be everything from New Orleans Bourbon Fest. So yeah, that'll do it for this discussion. And thank you so much for your time, and please look forward to it.